Hello guys, it's Jordan from Jordan Oki Review. Thank you guys for coming back. Today we'll be talking about this Hzsound Heart Mirror Zero, an IEM that's sent over by Keep Hi-Fi themselves, but it doesn't affect me from giving an honest opinion on it. So this background story first, you guys might have aware that there is others heart mirror out there in the market. For example, the OG version from the year of 2020 and the Pro version from 2022, somewhere around late last year. So this is the Zero version, and I will say that this was tuned similarly to the OG version. So why was that? Because the OG version was quite well received. Okay, so they have their own cult following because of their unique sound signature. After that, in the year of 2022, they came up with the Pro version, but the Pro version is double the price and is tuned very differently. Okay, it's tuned somewhat closer to something like an Aria or T2 DLC. Okay, a lot of other IEM that tune quite similarly at that price point. Okay, $80. Okay, $80. That kind of signature. Okay, so it's gonna be an Aria in disguise. Okay, or T2 DLC. Everything just come up all together, tuned so similarly. So this time around, maybe Hzsound themselves have been wondering in the forums. Okay, maybe they have heard the feedbacks from the community, so that's why maybe they have came out with the Zero version. Okay, the Zero version for me is a continuation of the OG. Okay, why would I say that? This is tuned similar to the OG version, and it did some improvement instead of going a totally different tuning. Okay, so I guess people that like the OG or people that wish to try the OG signature that people have been talking about, this is the one to go for. Okay, before we talk about the sound signature, let's go with the packaging itself. So this is the packaging and waifu for all of you again. So nothing special, nothing much inside. We have a very simple packaging, and we have a carrying pouch and a few types of tips. Okay, we have the wide ball one and as well as the narrow ball, depends on your preference. Some people like tighter bass, some people like better soundstage, so I prefer the wider ball one. Alright, and this shell, okay, let's go back to the build itself. Okay, this shell is made out of zinc alloy. Okay, it does feel quite hefty, okay, heavy and premium at the same time. So it's not that it's heavy until it's not comfortable. Okay, so this is very premium feeling. Okay, I was amazed, okay, by this build quality. This is $32 on Keep Hi-Fi, and yet, okay, this is full metal build. Okay, full metal build. Aside from that, you see, this is not some IEM that has a metal build on the faceplate and plastic on the nozzle itself. It's not. Okay, this is the whole thing, including the nozzle. Everything is in metal, and it feel very good. Okay, feel very good on hand. And another thing is that the cable, show you guys the cable. The cable is quite good. Okay, this cable I approve. Okay, this cable is quite good. And then we have the L-shaped connector over here. This connector, okay, although some people might not prefer this L-shaped connector, but this thing is in metal again. Okay, it's in metal. So the logo over here is in metal. It comes in 3.5. Don't have the modular changeable cable because this is only $32. And this is the Y split. Okay, the Y split is also in metal. Okay, so everything is in metal. So imagine this, $32, you get a premium build IEM, you get a very premium looking cable. So this cable, I would say it feels similar to something more expensive like the Tan's Gym Cable S. Okay, it costs you $80 alone. So very different. Okay, very different. I guess the OG version cable is kind of meh. Okay, it's, I would say, not very good, but this is a full improvement on that. Okay, and let's go to the sound impression, because this, I would say, this is the continuation of the OG. The Pro is just not, I wouldn't call it the Pro version. Okay, I would just call it the it's not heart mirror anymore. It's called maybe the lung mirror. Okay, the liver mirror. Okay, something else, or yeah, you guys can imagine. This is, okay, this should have been the Pro version. Okay, this should have been the Pro version. Why? because it have improvement upon the last signature, which is heavily on vocal. So the bass, okay, start out with the bass first. The bass, a lot of people were saying that the OG version, the drawback is that the bass is a little bit bass lacking, okay? So same goes to here, it's still bass lacking, okay? Still bass lacking, and for me it's not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing because this IM was designed for vocal, okay? Vocal. So if you have too much bass, okay, I think the bass will actually disrupt, okay, will actually come in and then overshadow the rest of the region. So they would just tune down the bass a little, I mean in the OG as well as this one, but this has slight improvement in the bass region where at least, okay, I can felt that it's not thin sounding, okay, the thin sounding. The OG version is a little bit thin, but here it's just alright, okay, it's just alright. So I guess they have solved the thin issue on here with the bass. Yeah, the bass, it doesn't, for me it's just adequate, okay, just adequate, and it's not punchy, it doesn't rumble, but at least I can feel the presence of bass here. And the mids, okay, the mids, I haven't seen the graph yet, I don't have graph 2, but this is certainly, I'm sure that this is not recessed, okay, this is totally not recessed. Have very nice mids, especially the upper mids. The upper mids, without seeing the graph, no one else has graphed this yet, so maybe you guys can check it out. Maybe my guess would be this upper mids should have peaked at around 2K or 2.5K because the vocal on this is so forward, okay, this is so forward. This is one of the most forward sounding IM that I have, okay. So vocal come across very clean, okay, because without the disruption from the bass, it's come across very clean, very transparent, okay, as well as for me I would think that it's very forward and sweet, okay. If you like vocal alone, for example, if you like J-pop that don't have a lot of electrical guitar or drums, okay, like for example songs like First Love, okay, First Love is a very hot song nowadays, okay, it was so hot in the old days, like 2006 or 7, okay, so it just came back, okay, now it's a hit now, so everyone loved that song. I listened to First Love using this, alright, so I was amazed, okay, how the vocal performance on this, okay, so because I'm a vocal lover, all my IMs are more focused on vocal. This is good, okay, coming from me. I've been using on like the Oxygen, okay, Oxygen is also very good on the vocal department. This is not too bad, okay, this is not too bad. This is $32, okay, $32 that you can get a very good vocal performance, okay, and also this is a breath of fresh air inside the more budget realm, okay, because you guys have seen the Salnote Zero, okay, the Salnote Zero, the WanEr, okay, Tungsten WanEr, as well as, like for example, we have a new one over here, the Truthear Hola, okay, all of them cost around $20, but okay, but they all sound quite similar, okay, maybe all of them sound like 80% similar to each other, just some little differences, but this $32 is built way better than all of them, and then the sound signature is so special, okay, the vocal is so forward, it's the most forward vocal presentations compared to all others like the Zero, WanEr and everything. So if you like vocal, okay, maybe save a little bit more, straight go for this, okay, this $32, not too much difference from the $20 realm, okay. So but then, okay, please take note that the bass here is just not enough, okay, for Basshead for you out there, okay. This is not a balanced tune IM, okay. It's not as balanced as the those three or Hola, okay, the WanEr as well as the Salnote Zero, but for me, I think I would still prefer this more, okay, because of the build, okay, because of the sound. And I'll forget to mention about the sibilance. Is there any sibilance issue? No, okay, no. This is what I would say an improvement from the OG version. It doesn't sound thin anymore, and the vocal over here doesn't sound sibilance or anything. Upper mid and treble doesn't sound sibilance or peaky. The previous OG version occasionally, sometimes the notes are a little bit edgy, okay, a little bit edgy, but it doesn't happen here. For me, vocal, this is a perfect IEM for $32, okay. I think even up to $100, you can see up to $100, what do you have? You have the aria, you have the hexa is good, and then what are others in the $100 realm that are focusing so much on vocal? Nothing much, okay, nothing much. I mean, in the markets nowadays, maybe if I miss out, you guys can let me know, okay. But then for the ones that have been very hyped nowadays, I don't find any of them are as good as this, okay. Maybe they are good in vocal, but definitely not as forward as this. You guys like forward, you guys like the vocal, the female singer to actually sing inside your head, okay, then or just whisper to your ear, this one is the one to go, okay. I will compare this with the Hzsound Hola, okay. Hzsound Hola is also another very vocal focused IEM, but this, I would say this, maybe you want to compare, I will compare this to the original Heart Mirror, because this also have that tin sounding issue, because the bass is not there. This is half metal, half plastic, and it's very, I would say, very cheaply built kind of feeling, because just not there yet. And then the fit is not good. The fit over here is perfect, okay, it's perfect. You have that very ergonomic shape as well behind, you can see. So for me, it's just perfect, small, okay. It's also perfect for girls, okay. This okay for people with smaller ears. So for me, I have medium ears, so everything just okay like that. So, and then drawbacks, I would say that soundstage, okay, soundstage and bass is the drawback of this. Bass, I'm okay, so I wouldn't go about the bass anymore. The soundstage on this is just not there, okay, it's just not there, but it's not a complete drawback as well, because if you prefer this signature, you prefer something to be so intimate sounding, okay, so close sounding, forward sounding, the soundstage is definitely not there, okay. So it's give and take, okay, give and take. And then what else that I missed? Yeah, sorry to mention, I forgot to mention about the airiness, okay. This also have slightly more airiness compared to the OG, so everything is just an improvement from the OG, and it kept the price, okay. This is $32, and $32 is a very special price range, because everyone's are going for the $20. This $32, but everything is just a smidge better, okay. So I will just leave it here. Actually, Keep Hi-Fi has sent me another IEM. I just will give a very brief talk to it, okay. This is the KB Ear, okay, Storm, and this is not good, okay, this is not good. So sorry for, sorry Keep Hi-Fi, and sorry KB Ears, okay. KB Ears, I like your other IEMs, okay. So, but not this, definitely not this. This, the sound signature, I would say the bass is the weirdest bass that I heard for a long time. So it's just felt like this IEM just crawled out from a swamp itself. Weird. And then the vocal, everything is just fine, just meh, but a V-shaped IEM, and build, although some people might like the build of this, okay, so the color, very flashy color, but everything is just not there, okay, quite awkwardly built, because it's a single DD IEM, single DD transparent shell, okay, it's transparent shell, you can see the DD inside, but okay, but there's so much space in it, okay, empty space, but not sure for why, hence this IEM is quite big, okay. I would say something like the size of those multi-BA IEM, okay, or hybrid IEM. This is quite big, okay, quite big for a single DD IEM, and the sound is just not there. The cable is the thing that I hated most. This cable, I haven't seen this kind of quality of cable for a long time, since the era of KZ, okay. KZ last time, their cable are something similar like this, which with tangle, okay, it's very hard to handle, it tangles a lot, okay. Then but nowadays KZ are doing much better, okay, so for you guys to know, and definitely not a thing, okay. So KB Ears, maybe they send this out so that I can have a contrast, okay, so that I can know how good is the Heart Mirror Zero, okay. So another joke aside, this is another zero. Maybe you can see that a lot of zero are coming out and none of them really sounded bad, okay, none of them really sounded bad. So maybe zero is an indication, okay, saying that in IEM will sound good, okay. So you guys might give this a try. Vocal lovers, please go ahead, okay. So this is the Heart Mirror Zero, okay. I will leave the link to Keep High Five itself. It's not affiliated, so just go ahead and buy. I will not get any money back, so just go ahead and support them. Alright, so that's all for the video today. Like and subscribe. This is Jordan Oki. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.